Hey guys, it's Brianna here, and it is so good to be back. I missed doing this so much, like you have no idea. It's been about a week since I made my last video. I don't know if I'll probably wind up putting that video up because I it had a lot of really good value in it, but as of right now, I just wanted to clean slate, tell you everybody that I'm back and that the reason that I was out, or not out, but MIA for about a week was because I was really, really sick. I had ongoing shoulder issues, which were really, really acting up last week. And I was cheating with eating gluten. And for some of you who follow my blog and follow or on my team, you know that I'm not supposed to eat gluten because I have a gluten sensitivity, which is kind of like celiac disease. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of like I'm not allergic to it. Like I don't get like an anaphylactic reaction to eating gluten, but I get like intestinal distress from eating gluten. And usually I'm okay, like if I have like a bite of someone's cookie or like, a piece of pizza, like, or something like that, something small, like once a week, I'm like usually okay if I like have that because like I've tried really hard to just completely eliminate it from my diet and it's really hard. I just love pizza too much. But I had been having like little like bits of pieces of like people's food, like a piece of pizza here and like a little bit of a cookie there and like, you know what I mean? So eventually it just caught up to me and I was bedridden for like a week. Well, not bedridden, like I still had to get up and go to work and whatever, but like when I came home, like, when you come home and you're not feeling well, like all you want to do is sleep. So I just kind of like slept this week away and it was bad. My shoulder was acting up, so I couldn't like, do much at work and but yeah, I just want to talk about the power of reframing a situation because I think that it's really prevalent to what's going on in my life right now. Like I had to continually remind myself that this isn't permanent and like I'm going to get better and we're going to get through this. So I want to share with you a couple of tips on what I do to reframe my situation, reframe surroundings. So like for instance, tip number one I would have to say is to just always try to look at something with a positive light. And I know that that can be really hard. I mean, especially like if you're, at work and you get sick or whatever, or, if you're in a relationship and like something's going bad in a relationship or something like that. And I know it's hard to look at things with a positive light, but like, here is what I do to give you an example. The other day at work, I was really sick. Like it was really bad. To give you kind of something like a reference point to what kind of sick I get when I eat gluten, before we realized that it was gluten, it was mimicking the symptoms of Crohn's disease. So I'm still not convinced that I don't have it, like a little bit, but those are like the symptoms that I get. It was mimicking Crohn's disease, but I actually didn't have the low white blood cell count. So that's why my doctors didn't think I had Crohn's disease when I was being treated for it. So when I was sick at work, I was thinking to myself, okay, this could be worse. This could be worse. I had to like run around and find a bathroom, which was kind of awkward. But I was thinking to myself, like, okay, this could be worse. I could be at school, which was huge anxiety for me when I got sick at school. It was one of the reasons why I stopped going and I had to switch to an online high school was because I couldn't, the anxiety of like having to being sick while at school was just like it gave me knots in my stomach and sweaty palms and it made me even more sick. So I was thinking to myself, okay, this situation sucks right now, but I'm not in school. I am amongst people who understand and who know my condition. I'm not It was like a one stall bathroom with like, and it had a vent. It was ventilated. It was like a one stall bathroom and like it was the bathroom in my workplace. There are 3 floors. There's the basement, which it's where I work. I work in the basement in medical records. and there's a bathroom down there. There's also a bathroom on the main floor, which is where like patients come in and they check in and stuff like that. And there's also a bathroom on the third floor, which is the bathroom that I actually had to run upstairs and use. So I had to go, the bathroom in the basement was taken, the bathroom in the main floor was taken, and the bathroom upstairs. Finally, once I got up there, I realized, okay, this is good. So I found a bathroom, which is good. I didn't have to wait, I didn't have to, whatever. I was nauseous at the time, and I was thinking, okay, thank God, I don't want to throw up. I really don't want to throw up. I really don't want to throw up. And I wound up not throwing up, which was great. So it's like all those little things that you could, instead of focusing on, oh my God, like I'm so nauseous. Oh my God, I had to run all the way upstairs, to the third floor, blah, 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 or whatever, like negative, instead of looking at it at a negative perspective, look at that situation and pull out all the positive things of that situation. Like I was able to make it through the day, which 6 months ago I wouldn't have been able to do. Another thing, another tip for reframing the situation is if you are in a kind of awkward situation like I am, like try to make the best of it. I know that that can be difficult, but something that I do is like I don't let like other people's like judgments get to me anymore, because like it's just a bathroom issue. Like everybody has issues, and like I'm just fortunate that like I would rather have a bathroom issue than like say get migraines constantly. Like I would not be able to deal with migraines. Like I would rather take stomach pains over migraines any day. Give me a stomach ache, I'll be nauseous for, whatever, but because I can still function, because I've learned how to function with, a stomach ache, and I've learned to be successful around my kind of sort of illness, you know what I mean? Like, I know that I exacerbated it by eating gluten. Like I still get I still get stomach aches and stuff like that. So I've learned to work and live around it, and I'm very, very fortunate that I have been able to do that, because I'm sure that there are people out there who don't necessarily know how to live with that kind of ailment. And the best part about owning your own business is that you have the freedom to get up and go to the bathroom whenever you want. You know what I mean? Like you can take a break when you're not feeling well. Like people who are working in corporate America, like, like me currently right now, I got this job to fund my dream. So funding my dream, I need to learn how to deal with my illnesses. But if you don't need to get a job, then that's great. Kudos to you. Tip number 3 for reframing a situation. And I'm actually not going to call this a tip. I'm going to call this I don't know what I'm going to call it. Probably a statement. Whatever and I've learned this by reading Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Whatever you focus on, you will get more of. So for instance, if you're focusing on, this is why you should reframe it. There we go. This is why you should reframe your situation, a bad situation, is because the more you focus on a negative, the more negative you'll get. The more you focus on a positive, the more positive you get. Like I've overcome, like with the amount of like looking back on it, like I didn't think it was a lot when I was like, taking little snippets and snacks and things like that, and like having like a handful of cereal, here, or a piece of pizza there. Looking back on it, like it's like, oh, I've only had, a piece of pizza today. That's not a bad thing today. But, yesterday I did have, a handful of cereal. So, looking back on it, I didn't think it was a lot of gluten then, but now I'm like, wow, I really did have a lot. So the fact that I was able to overcome my little flare as fast as I did is because I reframed the situation. Instead of focusing on, oh my God, I'm so sick. Oh my God, my stomach hurts so bad. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm in so much pain. I'm in so, like instead of focusing on it like that, I was focusing on, okay, well, this sucks right now, but tomorrow it won't suck. That was kind of the way I thought about it. Like, okay, this sucks right now, but I'll get up and I'll have a glass of water. that'll flush out my system, and I'll be able to move on with my day. This is just a moment. The time will pass, and I'll be better. Time will pass. This will only last for a couple of minutes, and I'll be better. And that's what I focused on. Every time I felt like I was getting really sick and I had to, excuse myself from my desk or excuse myself from my workstation, I would go and I would find a quiet place, whether that was in the bathroom or upstairs or, at somebody else's desk in the back area of, the basement where I work. I would just take a deep breath and say, okay, this sucks right now. I'm doubled over in pain right now, but I can get through this. I can march my little derriere back over to my desk and continue working. And that is exactly what I did. And let me tell you, instead of my illness lasting, or instead of my pain and my grossness lasting all day, it only lasted in the morning. Like, I was over it by like 10 o'clock, I think. I think the latest, I think that there were a couple of times where the pain was all day. But instead of going home, I managed to stick through it because I reframed the situation. And that's something that I learned here on the Empower Network, and I would like to share that with you. So yeah, I am officially all done eating gluten. Like, I am completely cutting it cold turkey right now. I will not have pizza anymore. I love pizza so much. That is so hard. Like, I can't even tell you how much the pizza's gonna, not having pizza's gonna suck. But I will have to find a way to make gluten-free pizza, and once I have mastered a recipe for gluten-free pizza, I will share it with all of you. So that's it for today. Reframe your situation. I know whatever you're dealing with, you feel like it's the end of the world, but it's not. You can easily manage it, and that's all I have to say. Alrighty, bye guys. I missed you.